Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things true, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brandon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know I had to come back with a part two. It's so much information and it's so big that SingularityNET and Cardano can't all fit on the same video. Now, part two, you know we're going to dive right in. As I said before, this one is a doozy.
Yeah, there's a number of things that excite me about Cardano, and so the simplest thing that we can get from porting SingularityNET to Cardano, by which we mean initially putting a significant chunk of SingularityNET AGI tokens onto Cardano. So what I want to do is make SingularityNET platform infrastructure multi-chain. I mean, we had that in our minds from the very beginning. So right now it's all on Ethereum, which was expedient at first, but it doesn't have to be all on one blockchain. I mean, maybe it will be optimal for it to be all on some other blockchain. But
well, put some of that AGI on my blockchain called Bigger Than Race, and I can distribute it accordingly.
For starters, you want to make SingularityNET infrastructure multi-chain. So some of the AGI tokens supply remains on Ethereum, and some migrates to Cardano, and then how much remains on Ethereum and how much goes to Cardano, you know, that's sort of for the community and the market to decide, right? I mean, if the Cardano portion works much better, right, then everything should migrate there. If it turns out the Ethereum portion is more useful for some purposes, and the Cardano portion is more useful for some purposes, then so be it, right? So
it's almost like hosting infrastructure. Rackspace versus Amazon or Azure. These are ultimately cost and quality decisions that you make for your customers.
And these are both moving targets, right? Like right at this exact moment, Ethereum is very, very frustrating to deal with, right? Like it's insanely slow and expensive to do simple things. But I mean, that's a moving target. There's Ethereum 2.0. It may be that it becomes great at something. I don't want to write it off, right? So I think the simplest thing that we can get from moving a big chunk of Singularity onto Cardano is just a less inefficient and overpriced blockchain infrastructure, right? And I mean, that's obviously is critical to us creating a SingularityNET that fulfills our goals and becomes a decentralized, intelligent system. I mean, the whole process of designing Singularity infrastructure was a matter of trying to artfully work around the slowness and expensiveness of Ethereum, which is.
Do you see what he said? He said the infrastructure. See, we're not just buying into some fly-by-night. We are buying into the foundation. Didn't your screen just shake when you heard that word foundation, the infrastructure? This is what everything will be ran on top of. Why do you even think the name of the other company that Dr. Ben is behind called OpenCard? Why do you think it's called OpenCard? I'm trying to figure that out myself, but I can see that it would have something to do with the foundation. The pipes, the plumbing. Like in a Ninja Turtles episode, you know, when they went down in the sewer, you seen all the pipes. That's the infrastructure of the city. The piping. AGI is going to be massive.
It's just gotten worse and worse. But there's limits to how much you can do there, right? So we need a faster, cheaper blockchain. Cardano, I think, can be that. But there are other things that could be that also, right? So I think there's also deeper aspects of the Cardano vision and infrastructure that are interesting to me and that synergize with our SingularityNET code now and with our SingularityNet aspirations going forward. So I think that there's a big focus on formal verification in the Cardano world, and as a mathematician, that's very interesting to me, right? Like I would love to see automated theorem provers running in SingularityNet and leveraging the SingularityNet decentralized AI network. I'd love to see these decentralized AI-based automated theorem provers put to work, verifying smart contracts running on Cardano and helping verify Cardano infrastructure code, right? So there's a number of steps to get to where this is really being done, like on a efficient and large scale basis. But it's fairly clear how one would do that. Actually, it's just there's a number of steps to get there.
Yeah, and actually, this is one of the most exciting parts about these types of partnerships for us, because your needs help evolve our ecosystem. So when we look to the future, we say, okay, well, we've built a great blockchain, but what ancillary technology do we need to put into the system for it to be useful at a global scale for many different utilities? We say, okay, should we do heavy investment in homomorphic encryption or into zero-knowledge proofs or to multi-party computation, whatever? We look to our partners and we say, well, what do you guys need? Where do you want to go? What type of marketplaces do you want to be involved in? And how can we help build this technology together and make that consumable infrastructure to grow with you?
Yeah. So the next thing...
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to just interrupt you. Truth of the matter is, Cardano sees SingularityNet as the biggest project in crypto that will make Cardano take off in a humongous way. SingularityNet is the on-chain AI operating system for Cardano's blockchain, creating a hive mind of on-chain AI interoperability, which will achieve SingularityNet's long-term goal of more intelligence than the sum of the parts. Ladies and gentlemen, this means that Cardano and SingularityNet will become the most advanced blockchain platform with on-chain private and personal AI assistants, plus emerge with AI use cases that will change crypto forever. Ladies and gentlemen, because of Cardano and SingularityNet, your Google Assistant will wake you up in the morning and just understand that you have a piece of the infrastructure that Google Assistant is operating on. That's revolutionary. We are actually witnessing the convergence of two seemingly different industries, blockchain plus DEAI, into one industry. It will eventually be impossible to tell them apart. Blockchain's a cumbersome because it's not built for humans. It's built for your private AI assistant and digital self, which is why we know that crypto is really not for the humans. It's for the robots, ladies and gentlemen. It's for the robots. Now, we see the Cardano blockchain and SingularityNet's partnership will write history as the monumental key infrastructure player in the democratization and decentralization of global AI. We know that, okay? Now, we saw this, but what I wanted to touch on is the Singularity DAO, AI DeFi smart liquidity across the crypto universe. Singularity DAO brings DeFi and decentralized AI together in a new framework aimed at radically increasing the liquidity available to crypto assets of all types and sizes, and leveraging the liquidity to create financial value and facilitate growth for utility token-based technology projects. Singularity DAO is democratically governed, decentralized autonomous organization stewarding a non-custodial smart contract network. It aims to foster the growth of the decentralized networks that represent today's most valuable and promising technological and social innovations via leveraging AI, DeFi to stimulate the growth of the utility token ecosystem. That's bullish. Now, the Singularity DAO DeFi project. is Singularity's new advanced DeFi spin-off project that will soon create vast liquidity for low-cap altcoins through advanced AI, auto trading, lending, and yield farming across all DeFi platforms. That is kind of big. That's really, really, really huge. And it's so funny that Charles was even talking about uh, polymath and how the tokenization of certain assets that had no value, well, monetary value at that present moment, can now have that value by creating liquidity for it, by tokenizing it and have people buy into it. It's interesting. Singularity DAO is structured like an AI-driven Wall Street ETF or hedge fund. All crypto tokens will be staked within dynamic bundles of tokens and automatically traded, flash loaned, and yield farmed by autonomous AI over the whole DeFi blockchain ecosystem, creating profits for users in Sing Yield tokens. The platform is structured as a full DAO, owned and controlled by the users of the platform who earn Sing DAO governance tokens by holding Sing Yield tokens for a period of time, much like Uniswap, Yield Finance, Aave, or Compound. Singularity DAO will become a top DeFi project using the world's best general AI from the SingularityNET platform and amass wealth within the Sing Yield and Sing DAO tokens. Seems like I'm going to need some Sing DAO in my crypto wallets. Check out the Singularity DAO website for more info. And it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, it will be linked in the description. Now, the SingularityNET announces Singularity DAO, a unique Layer 2 non-custodial AI DeFi solution aimed at revolutionizing the altcoin markets. That says, I'm thrilled to announce to you today a project SingularityNET Foundation has been developing and incubating in a quiet way for a while. Singularity DAO, a new initiative in the decentralized finance and DeFi space. I'm kind of actually very interested in that. Now, SingularityNET AI Oracle Tokenomics and Insights. SingularityNET AI Oracle and artificial general intelligence platform is decentralizing big tech's grip on narrow AI supremacy by creating a global permissionless AI utility which matches the beats all their AI capabilities and distributes this AI power to every Fortune 500 company, SMEs, governments, and developers. This creates a reliable and permanent decentralized trusted intelligence oracle and platform for every application imaginable. SingularityNET is also saving the planet from a future artificial general intelligence dictated by building the world's first AGI on an inclusive, decentralized global AGI platform where everyone in the world, no matter what culture, traditions, or social status, will have permissionless access to an ever-increasing exponential general intelligence oracle as it grows in its abilities. Ladies and gentlemen, that is bullish. That is so bullish. Now, SingularityNET is revolutionary technology on the scale of Bitcoin or Ethereum. It is humongous. Ladies and gentlemen, I went over this article previously on other videos. If you look, you'll see them. SingularityNET. This article is a complex overview of the SingularityNET's trusted intelligence platform / AI Oracle. You must take time to read this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You got to investigate truth on your own terms. You hear me talk about it all the time, but how many actually do it? Not too many. Now, I would definitely recommend Crypto AI Prophet. His YouTube channel has definitely steered me into the artificial intelligence world. And ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm a robot. Sometimes I'm walking around the house all slow. I don't even know why. I'm a robot, ladies and gentlemen. I am a robot. SingularityNET AI, Oracle Tokenomics, and Insights. I highly recommend you, anybody who wants to learn more about SingularityNET, Definitely look at this article. This is a one-stop shop for all things AGI, SingularityNET, Cardano. And explore this picture, because here we talk about the freeways, the highways. We see SingularityNET, and we see all the other companies that connect to it, big companies. And imagine how many more will add on to it that we don't even know. This whole thing will be filled up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in for part 2 of the massive 2 crypto giants to create one big giant, Cardano and SingularityNET. Cardano sees SingularityNET as its prized possession to help take Singularity to help take Cardano to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might just happen. Extreme value will be created overnight. And the question is, are you holding your peace? Ladies and gentlemen, scared money never made money. And in the wild, wild west of crypto, I don't even know what I can say to finish that. But all I can say is this now. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms. Join the Patreon group, ladies and gentlemen. Join the Patreon group. Peace.